Hey guys, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program Nitro. Well, we're finally ready for some moon landings, but I just wanted to share with you guys sort of a trick for career mode here. So after you get your heavy rocketry right here, you're already going to have these radial mounted liquid engines. And once you have these radial engines and these large fuel tanks, you can actually make some really powerful rockets. I did unlock the thermometer. I used that in a couple just around Kerbin little mini missions to see how much science you get, and you actually don't really get a whole lot of data for just the thermometer there. But I did get enough to unlock fuel systems. So now we have fuel lines, we have RCS tanks, and we have this small little engine here for landers. But I'm not going to use any of that yet. What else? We have all of these sort of precision engineering ones are fun to use. I like using a lot of these tiny rockets on some of my landers. We don't really need solar panels or anything unless we're building satellites. A barometer might give us some science, but really if I'm going to do barometer readings, I would probably do it on a plane and just build a plane out of the plane hangar and then fly that around Kerbin. We can unlock the specialized construction for some small size space stations, and then here on specialized control we have the stuff I'm really after. I have a lander can that I love using, we have the rest of our RCS components here, and then we also have the 3-person command pod and the large SAS module and the most powerful parachute as well, so that's really the one I'm after right here for 160 science. But after we go to the moon, we'll have plenty of science for all of this. And what I was just saying about having the, actually I don't even want to use that one. I'll use this one. What I was saying about these large fuel tanks and how you can make really powerful rockets with them, I just want to show a brief demonstration right here about what I'm talking about. So I'm actually going to build a small rocket with this pod here. Just kind of give you an idea of something that you can do with it. So just a really basic rocket. And then you can also use this for any thermometer readings or anything like that you would want to potentially do. So you put your science gear up on this upper pod. I wouldn't recommend putting goo or anything like that on a craft like this. But after you have these components here, what you can do is just put 2 of those stacked together with one of these larger 220 engines, and then grab the radial one and turn the symmetry to maximum on 8. Just put 8 of those on there. And now this is going to have a lot of power. And so now we can just duplicate this. Like that. And now you have a pretty powerful rocket. And if you want to add more fuel to it, just stick another one on there and you're done. So this is all you need. Very basic rocket design, but this thing will get up into space no problem whatsoever. And then a good idea is to always just add these launch clamps, just so everything gets held together, and always double check your launch clamps because you're gonna be putting a couple of different layers over here, so just double check all your stuff before you launch it. But this is all you need. Very basic rocket, very quick to build, and very powerful. This thing will go pretty high into space. So here you go, check it out. So there you go, that's the whole pod right there. If you have more fuel to it, you're obviously going to get more power and it's going to go even higher. But I just added the small rocket for the main pod. So there you go, bare bones minimum orbital rocket. And then obviously if we got over at our apoapsis and then I did a retrograde burn, we'd get all the way back to Kerbin. You can always add an extra large fuel tank to the second stage there, because the first stage had 3 large fuel tanks, the second stage had 2 large fuel tanks, so if you even them out you get a better result and obviously go further. But this is just kind of to demonstrate a pretty useful, just basic orbital rocket. And there you go. So really basic orbital rocket there, and it's capable of landing. So that's just to show you guys that you can get a lot of power just out of the radial engines and these extra large fuel tanks here. If you build any rockets out of that, you can get pretty good results. So that's just something. If you haven't used these yet, they're pretty good. You just have to make sure you have enough fuel for them. Alright, so now that we've shown you that, I have built the Apollo 2, and this is going to be the rocket that we're going to take to the moon and do our moon landings. So this is the main part of the pod up here. Again, I have those radial engines, so here's 2 of those. And the reason I don't have another engine on the bottom is because I did want to allow enough clearance for our landing legs to actually touch the ground. Otherwise, the 220 power engine is a bit too large and the legs don't touch the ground all the way, because these are the smaller landing legs. I prefer the larger ones that fold all the way down and extend, but we don't have those unlocked yet, so we have to make do with what we got. I did put lights on here so we can see where we're landing, and then we also have a bunch of solar panels and we can transmit our data back home. And then I also have a thermometer for taking temperature readings on the moon, and we got enough goo for the journey. So the plan is to make 2 landings. I want to land in a crater and then outside of a crater and then return back to Kerbal. So that is the current plan of attack. And this is our rocket. A little big on the bottom, but it'll do the job. So here we go. And we'll go ahead and do a daytime launch. Alright, so let's just go ahead and take a quick temperature reading right now, and if you click toggle display, it actually shows the numeric values of the temperature. Up there, I do believe this is probably Celsius, is my guess. So if you log that temperature, you can only log one temperature at a time. So like if I were to say keep data here, and try to do it again, you can't like log new data, you can only do it once. So after you have your temperature data, you have to transmit that data back or just decide to keep it. So I'm just going to transmit it back with our little dish there, just so we have some data for space near Kerbal. Then once we hit apoapsis here, I'll begin our burn for orbit. Whoa. As our target. Good enough. Alright, so if we're gonna go to the moon, it should probably be out here somewhere. Actually, that looks really good. Whatever, that's fine. 861 meters per second, that looks good enough to me. A lot of flickering going on, it's really weird. Let's go ahead and wait. Alright, now we can take another temperature reading. We're a bit further out away from the planet. cannot be done. Huh. Well, okay then. Never mind. I guess we don't need temperature readings. Let's see. There we go. So the annoying flickering has stopped. So now we can actually get data from the moon. See if we can get temperature data here. Nope. That's alright. So let's observe our mystery goo. Less dense here, so let's keep that data. Reset goo canister. And let's take a look at our materials bay. Alright, good. So that science value is 75. Let's go ahead and keep that. Set our materials bay. And now let's get a closer orbit to the moon. So let's see. $75,000 is about as close as I want to get. So we already have some of the science data from our last lunar orbital mission. Alright, so we're getting the same data for the materials bay. That's fine. Let's check this thermometer. Huh, can't even get a reading. Let's see, got plenty of electric charge, so not really worried about that. Got plenty of fuel. Alright, I do want to land in this crater over here first. Preferably right in the middle of it. So I'm going to plan for this inclination change. Oh yeah, we're going around the other way. That's right. Oh, missed it. Well, actually that crater's gonna be going into the dark side, so let's just do our landing zone in the Midlands first, and then we'll take off and go land in a crater. So let's try this. Just want to get over this Midlands area here and start burn. Perfect. That looks good. So still got a little bit of fuel left in all these larger engines, but we're going to use that to soften our landing. And we actually still have all the fuel left in this canister up here, which is our primary engine. So this is fine. Alright. Let's just time warp a little bit without crashing into the surface. And there you have it. There we go. So now we have new temperature data, so let's go ahead and transmit that. Let's check our goo. Right at home here. Keep that data. Observe materials bay. Same science value looks like, so let's just keep that and reset. Alright. Ooh, good, right on the edge of that crater. Doesn't look too bad, actually. And there we go. We have landed. We have plenty of clearance here for everything. Got good lighting. The solar panels are giving us full electric charge, so we don't have to worry about power. Now we can conduct science. So let's do temperature log. Ooh, that's a lot of data too. From the moon's midlands. Let's go ahead and transmit that while we're here. Data received, and let's look at our goo. Goo is less dense, interesting. And let's look at our materials bay. Worth 100 science value. Alright. So that's good, so let's reset that. And let's go ahead and get a crew report. And we can transmit that for 100%, so we'll do that now. That's transmitted, and now we can have Jeb go EVA. There we go. EVA report. Alright, and take surface sample. That's worth 120. So good stuff. That's a lot of science data right there. Just a short little mission. Alright, so now that we have that data, let's see if we can get back in there. There we go. Alright, so all that data is stored. Now we need to plot our next little jump. So I did kind of want to get the Highlands data over here, but it looks like that might be a little difficult. So what I actually want to do is I just want to hop. So from over here, I just want to hop all the way over here into this crater. So I think we'll be able to do that, and I need to go that way, I believe. And not entirely sure. We'll find out. Alright, here we go. Yep, that's right. Okay. Alright, 50,000 should be good enough for our purposes. Alright, that looks good. Let's see, fuel check. We should have enough fuel for this mission to land inside this crater. Hopefully we have enough fuel to get back to Kerbin. I think we do. Alright. Here we go, starting reverse burn. 500 meters a second, this might be a little dicey. Yeah, we're gonna have low fuel for sure on our journey back to Kerbin. But not entirely impossible. Alright. That looks good. Good enough. Let's see. Yep, definitely low fuel. Although we should be able to make this work. Alright, so let's see. 10,000. I am gonna have to burn this late. Can't risk wasting fuel. Lights still on? Yes, they are. Can't see the ground yet from our spotlights under the landing gear. Oh, there we go. And there we go. Second landing. Now we can gather the rest of our data. East Crater. Alright, keep that data. Let's take a look at our materials bay. doesn't seem to be different. Still getting the 100 data value. Let's get a crew report and transmit. Okay, let's go EVA again. I actually want to put it right up on top of this large mound over there because that looks perfect. Oh, come on, Jeb. There you go. Alright, so EVA report here. Alright, so we did get a new EVA report, and we have a new surface sample. Oh yeah, there is Kerbin, right above our heads too. That's pretty cool. Alright, so let's store this in the pod, and then I do just want to have Jeb do a little spacewalk all the way over there. Alright. Here we go. Come on. There it is. Oh, that is a long way, huh? Oh well. It's probably one of the more cooler spacewalks I've done with an actual Kerbal just flying around on the moon. This is a nice big crater to explore. Lots of interesting terrain around here. I do want to get right up on the top of that and then plant a flag. And we have Kerbin right above us. This is a really nice landing zone. Just gotta be careful when I'm coming up here to the point because I don't want to hit it too hard. Actually need to start slowing down right now. Right up here. Looks like right where I want to land. That should be perfect. Let's see. Ooh, Got low fuel too. Alright, Jib that way. Come on. No, don't die, don't die, don't die. Yes. Oh, come on, Jib. Stop sliding on your face. Come on. Stop. There you go. Alright, he doesn't care. Oh, this is perfect. Let's see where we are here. Oh, good. Right up on the top. That nice little mountain. It's really weird. It's like a little bulge right in the middle of a huge crater. Very interesting. Let's see. Check our orbital map. Ah, yes. Right here. Alright, that's cool. So let's go ahead. Can we get a new EVA report? We can. East crater. Let's take another surface sample from here. Melted materials, interesting. Alright, let's plant flag. Pretty sure I spelled everything right, but don't dock me if I didn't. Alright, so now that we have done that, it's off back to our pod, which is way over there. This might actually take a little while to get back, provided I don't crash into anything or pack has low fuel. Actually, very lucky that Jeb didn't die up here and poof into smoke once he hit the ground, as these Kerbals do. Yeah, pack's running low. Alright, I'm going to pause it here, and then I'll bring you guys back in after we're back at the ship, and then we can start heading back to Kerbin. So, it'll skip ahead for you guys right here. Alright, well, we're back here at our space pod. We have 1.7% pack fuel left. That should be enough to get us up into our pod. Oh boy, no! Ah, I think we're out of fuel. Yep. Oh, wonderful. Come on, Jeb. Alright, well. Let's see. This is the problem you have when you don't have enough ladder. Come on. There you go. Damn it. Oh boy. Never thought this would be our problem. Gotta get a running start. Yeah. Go, 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 go. Oh, there we go. Come on, Jeb. Oh, he has no forward jump. Whoa. What the heck? And his legs are broken. Oh man. Jeb, Jeb, Jeb. Yep, there. Yeah! Oh no. No, no, no. Well, Jeb is definitely having difficulty getting back up into this stupid thing. You got a second jump. No. I don't want to be stuck on the moon. If there were life support right now, Jeb would definitely be running out of air. Oh, double jump! Go! Damn it. Alright, well I guess I'll pause it again and then resume it after I get Jeb back up into his pod. So bear with me here. Well, it didn't work. Let's see. I raise these legs. I can't. Well, that's stupid. Wish I could just raise the legs from here and then get Jeb back up into his pod. Come on. Alright. So I guess Kerbals can't, like, jump forward for some reason. Oh, come on. Grab it. Grab it. Yeah! Aw, they're duplicate experiments. Oh well. Alright, there we go. Jeb is in his pod. Alright, so let's see. I'll just leave everything open. And we have plenty of power, so that's good. Let's turn these lights off. Alright, now we have the difficult task of getting all the way back to Kerbin. So, if I can get us into orbit with enough fuel, then I should be able to slingshot us into Kerbin, but we'll see how that goes. So, let's see. This will be good enough. Alright, here we go. Alright, so I don't have enough fuel to actually do these massive orbits. I have to be pretty conservative with what I have here. If worse comes to worse, I'll be able to launch a rescue mission to get Jeb off the moon. I really didn't want to do that. Alright, let's see what we can do here. We are very low on liquid fuel. Probably not going to get back to Kerbin anytime soon. Come on. Yes. Alright. So we have an orbit. That's good, because we have no fuel. Alright. Yeah, I basically have zero options here. Even if I did actually escape the moon, try to get to Kerbin, I wouldn't have enough fuel to get back to Kerbin, so I'm gonna have to launch a rescue mission and go and get Jeb with another ship. So all the data that we have here in this pod, I'm probably just gonna have to transmit all the way back to Kerbin, and then launch the rescue mission. But I don't feel like really filming all these rescue missions, but this mission was successful, the pod did its job. If it was actually back at Kerbin, it would have no problem landing. So that's that. I'll see where we get with all this science data in the next episode, and I will film it there. And if we have enough parts unlocked, I would actually like to try to launch a mission out to Duna instead of doing multiple lunar missions. I don't know if they have the actual recognition for science spheres yet around the planet Duna. I think it's only just for Kerbin and the moon as of the current update, but we'll find out next mission. Either way, it'd be pretty cool to actually start getting some larger missions going here in career mode after I'm basically unlock everything career mode. I'm just going to delete the career mode save that we have here and await the next update to see what they have then. If they add a bunch of new components and stuff, then I can just launch a new career mode from scratch and then try it with that way. So that'll be interesting, but until that time, I'm going to go back into my sandbox mode and launch some more missions out there and pick up where we left off, which is actually a mission to Duna anyway. So one way or another, we're going to Duna, we're going to Ike, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.